What's up YouTube? Agent Zero here, and today I'm going to be showing a video of some Autumn Wind and Borealis gameplay. Now, for those of you who don't know, Destiny just dropped a pretty big patch to try and increase some of the speed of play in the Crucible, to make more weapons viable, to get more supers and more heavy. They did a whole bunch of stuff. So while we're taking a look at some Autumn Wind and Borealis gameplay, I'm just going to talk about some of what they did and my opinions on it. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, just some of the things that I like and what I don't like. So first, let's talk about some of the things that I do like. They did do a bunch of stuff that I do really like. One of the patch notes was trying to make it easier for other weapons that weren't really in the 450 RPM of auto rifles to be viable in the Crucible. And that's one of the reasons why in this video I'm showing Autumn Wind gameplay, because they did really try to bring pulse rifles back up. And the Autumn Wind is probably, in my opinion, one of the better pulse rifles. And it is definitely much better now in the Crucible. You're going, in my opinion, to see it a lot more. There are other pulse rifles that are definitely more viable as well, and that's something that I really like. I didn't before like the idea that I had to use a 450 auto if I wanted to really keep pace with the rest of the meta. I like being able to use different guns. I like trying out new guns. I like being able to do well with a plethora of guns. So that patch, as to where they tried to kind of balance it, was very good. They increased pulse rifles. They made it easier with sniper rifles. That's also why I'm showing Borealis gameplay in this. They edited the Borealis a little bit. When you break an enemy shield with a shot from the Borealis, you will get one round from the magazine transferred to the clip. Not amazing, but it's still kind of cool. And for those people who love using snipers, you're definitely going to love the patch update that they came out with. Much easier to use snipers in the Crucible now. The 450 autos were slightly nerfed again to try and make more weapons viable. That doesn't mean they're going away. They're still very good. They were just slightly nerfed to make it easier to use things against them. I found when I was using the Autumn Wind, I was able to outgun 450 autos like the Positive Outlook and the Origin Story. So that's just something to note, that yes, pulse rifles, at least some of the faster firing pulse rifles like the Autumn Wind, are definitely viable now. I'm not sure that some of the slower fire rate ones are. I did try out the Legal Action, which is in the slower rate of fire for pulse rifles, and it's okay. I wouldn't say that I would use that over the 450 autos, but the Autumn Wind definitely, you can give it a shot, and it definitely has a spot now in the Crucible. So now that we've talked about some of the patch notes I like I said, I'm not getting into all of them. They did, in competitive and trials, remove the radar, so that's kind of cool. I am in quick play right now, so I do still have the radar. I do kind of like it not having the radar. It makes the game a little bit faster paced. You're able to flank players, so it's kind of nice, not too bad. I'll talk about that maybe in a later video. So let's get into some of the stuff I don't like, because it does show up in this video. One thing I don't like is that a lot of fans, including me, wanted the time to kill to decrease. We felt as though it was just taking too long in a gunfight to finish off your opponents. And what they did, instead of decreasing the time to kill, they increased movement speed, which actually makes it a lot easier to run away from a gun battle, which is definitely something that is kind of frustrating. If you've beaten somebody in a gunfight, you really want to be able to finish them off. So that's just something of note that unfortunately Bungie did not address. Maybe they'll address it in a later update, maybe they'll leave it the way it is. We'll see. But the increased movement speed is nice in one aspect. It makes it easier to flank when you're in those competitive game modes and the trials. However, when you're in quick play, you have the radar. Very hard to flank people because people are going to constantly be looking at that radar. So that doesn't matter as much. Another thing I don't like is heavy. They increased the drop rate for heavy ammo. They also made it so when a player dies with heavy, they drop a portion of the heavy they had remaining. Like I just did there. I died. I dropped some of the heavy ammo I had. So anybody can pick it up. Now, there is a slight time that it remains there. I don't remember how long, but it does remain there for a little bit. And right there in that clip is the reason why I do not like heavy. I had the man outgunned. He was almost dead, but as I was about to finish him off, he luckily turned, fired a grenade, and was able to kill me. That's something that I really don't like. It's just my opinion, but if I have someone outgunned, I don't want them to luckily shoot off a grenade or a rocket and finish me off as I'm finishing them off. I just feel as though if I won that gun battle, I should win that gun battle and not have them get a lucky kill at the end of it because they have something that's a one-hit kill. That's just my opinion, though. Those are some of the things that I like and do not like about the patch. So let me know in the comments section what you guys think of some of the patches. Do you think that some of the things I mentioned in this video are going to bring you back, or do you not like some of the changes that they made, some of the things that I don't like? Do you agree with them? So if you did enjoy this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more Destiny 2 content. Well, until next time, peace!